Sometimes, you leave a conversation with your closest friends and feel strangely tired. Not because something bad happened, but because none of it felt fully real. You laughed at jokes you didn't actually find funny. You agreed with things you didn't completely believe. And without realizing it, you became a slightly different person just to keep the connection comfortable. Visual. Person sitting silently after a group hangout. The strange part is, you can do this around people you genuinely care about, people you trust. And afterward, there's this quiet feeling in your chest. If they saw the real me, would they still like me? Most people think this is confidence problem. But psychologically, it's deeper than that. Your brain is trying to protect belonging. Human beings are socially wired. The nervous system treats rejection almost like physical danger. That's why your brain constantly scans social situations for safety. What personality works here? What version of you feels acceptable? Visual. Abstract brain animation. Over time, this becomes automatic. You stop expressing yourself naturally. You start performing yourself strategically. Behavioral psychology calls this reinforcement learning. If acting a certain way gets approval, laughter, or acceptance, the brain repeats it, even when it slowly disconnects you from yourself. That's why people-pleasing can become addictive. Not emotionally addictive. Neurologically addictive. Because approval temporarily calms the brain's threat system. Visual. Crowded room fading into silence. And this usually starts early. Maybe you grew up learning that being easy, agreeable, or emotionally quiet kept relationships stable. Maybe expressing anger, sadness, or disagreement felt risky. So your brain adapted. Children are emotional survival experts. They learn who they need to become in order to stay connected. And those patterns often follow people into adulthood. Visual. Plant bending towards sunlight. The problem is, when you constantly adjust yourself for connection, your identity starts becoming blurry. You stop knowing which reactions are genuine, which opinions are actually yours. And social interactions become exhausting. Not because people are tiring, but because performing is. It's like holding tension in your muscles all day without noticing. Eventually, your mind gets tired from carrying too many versions of yourself. Visual. Computer tabs multiplying rapidly. But this doesn't mean you're fake. It means your nervous system learned adaptation before authenticity. That adaptation once protected you. The issue is that your brain still thinks belonging must be earned through self-editing. So how do you start changing this? Not by forcing confidence. Not by being yourself overnight. The brain changes through small emotional evidence. Tiny moments where honesty does not destroy connection. Visual. Notebook with one sentence written. Maybe your friend asks where you want to eat. Normally you'd say, anywhere is fine. But this time you say, honestly, I'd rather go somewhere quieter. Small moment, but psychologically important, because your brain experiences something new. Authenticity survived. That's how identity becomes stronger. Not through dramatic transformation. Through repeated moments of safe self-expression. Visual. Person walking alone at night. And slowly, something changes. You stop rehearsing yourself before conversations. You stop monitoring every reaction. You stop feeling emotionally invisible around people who supposedly know you. Because real connection begins the moment your nervous system realizes. You do not have to disappear in order to belong. Visual. Waves moving slowly. Maybe that's the real reason feeling fake hurts so much. Not because you lied to other people. Because somewhere along the way, you learn to hide from yourself too.